Hey guys, what's up? Today is November 29th, so I am finally going to do my Q&A, so we will just kind of jump into this. And let's see, so the first question is before we start, if I pronounce your name wrong, I'm sorry, or your Instagram name, I'm sorry, I'm not good with that stuff, so just bear with me. So, the first question is from leash_bow wow. My question is, has your husband been very supportive and by your side through it all? Yes, he has definitely been extremely supportive, and he's always been by my side. He may not be here physically in Washington, but he will be here at the end of the end of February to move here permanently. So, to answer your question, yes, he has been extremely supportive, and sorry if I sound like I'm out of breath, it's because I am. My lungs are getting used to being active again, so if you hear me pause, that is why. Or if I sound like I just ran a marathon. Okay, the next question is from Brit_Stalk_X. What kind of quote inspires you? I have a lot of quotes, but probably the one that inspires me the most, it's not even a quote, it's actually a Bible verse. It's Proverbs 31:25, and it's, "She is clothed with strength and dignity and laughs without fear of the future." And the reason why that that verse is actually my favorite, and I actually have it tattooed on me, it just means to me that God is always with me, and to not fear what's in the future, because with God by your side, you have no need to fear. And just like now with what I'm going through, I am scared, but at the end of the day, I know I don't need to be scared because God has a plan for me, and I know His plan is going to be absolutely wonderful, and I know that right now He is using me to get His word out and just to help other people. So that is my favorite quote, but it's actually a Bible verse. So thank you for that question. The next one is from GZMVC_. How do you stay so positive? So I've always been a positive person for the most part. I mean, we all have our days where we're just kind of down, but I just stay so positive because, again, my faith in God, and I know that I will be okay, and I truly believe every morning when I wake up, He gives me His strength to get through another day. And I also just tell myself in the morning that today is a great day to have a great day, and I just basically just surround myself with positivity. I get some negative comments, and I don't even really pay attention to those. Usually I just delete them, and then I see you guys, all the positive comments and messages and well, I don't have a Twitter, so there's no tweets, but just messages on Instagram and comments, just all the positivity that really keeps me going as well. So it's definitely because of you guys, the support I receive from you, my family, my friends, and most importantly from God. That's what really keeps me so positive. Next question is from XOXOLisaOX. My question is, are you in pain? Like, does the treatment or cancer cause you the most pain? So, Lisa, to answer your question, no, I am not in pain. After my surgery, I obviously was, because I had a very, very big surgery. The cancer itself doesn't cause me pain, and neither does chemo. I really had no side effects from chemo. I know a lot of people get really sick or are in pain from it. I was just tired like 2 days after chemo, but I didn't get sick. Currently I'm not on chemo because we had to wait after the surgery, and then with it being in my lymph nodes, we have to kind of see what course of action we are taking. If I'm going to do a clinical trial or if I'll do a different form of chemo, it just all depends. But before I started everything, before the surgery and stuff, no, I wasn't in pain. Sometimes when every once in a while I get that sharp shooting pain, but it lasts 5 seconds, so that was the only time I was ever really in pain. So technically, no, I'm not in pain from cancer or treatment. I was just in pain from my surgery. So this is a long question from April_Lucas. My question is, my Nana is battling bone marrow cancer for about 7 to 8 months now and is having a hard time trying to keep a positive mindset. Do you know or have any tips on how she can have a more positive mindset? Well, April, I'm praying for you and your Nana, because I mean this is something that's hard, but to stay positive, my only suggestion is to just really surround yourself with positive people and just positive things. And also, if you do believe in God, I'm not trying to force my religion, my Christianity, or God onto anybody, but he definitely helps if that's something you believe in. If not, I definitely say just watch motivational videos, or just tell your Nana every day how proud of her you are, and just show her that she can make it through. But positive mindset is definitely one of the most important things. So, like I said, I know videos really help. There's this video on YouTube. I don't think I pronounce her name right, but her name is Anita Moorjani, I believe. I'll leave the video in the description box down below. But she wrote a book, and it's called Dying to Be Me, and she did an 18-minute long talk, and the title is Dying to Be Me, on YouTube. And that really opened up my eyes, and I really suggest you have your Nana watch that, because that will really open up her eyes. It just tells you her story, and it's very inspiring, and how positive she has come from this and what she does to stay positive. But like I said, just surround yourself with positive people, positive things. Even get positivity books. Those definitely help too. So that's what I do. Yes. So from Deuces period Mel, what would you say to other women with cancer? By the way, I love you so much. I love you too. So what I would say to other women with cancer is to be strong and never stop fighting. In my opinion, the moment you stop fighting is when you let cancer win, and that's when you basically just give up. So never give up, no matter how hard it is. The way I look at it is, I have my days where it is hard, where I do cry, but then I stop and realize that, you know what? This is a tough day, but it's another day. I'm living, so I'm very grateful for that. So when you are having those bad days, just remember that this is just another day. You'll get another one to have a great day. So basically just stay strong, keep fighting, and never give up, and just know that there's so many people in this world who are on your side. And if you ever need help, reach out to somebody. You can reach out to me. I know a lot of you have sent me messages and I haven't responded. It's just because it's just so overwhelming. But I mean, just reach out to somebody. There's a huge community of survivors and people battling cancer, especially women out there. So just reach out to one of us. We'll definitely be able to help you. And it's just nice to know that there's other people out there who have survived and who are going through what you're going through. So that's my suggestions. Okay. So here's the question probably everybody has been waiting for, and probably the only reason you're watching this. I have gotten this question over 2,000 times, so I'm going to answer it. What were your symptoms? So, if you've seen my YouTube channel, or if you're new, the first episode of this series, The Fight, I broke down what happened and where I've been and gave you my symptoms. So I'll just do a brief rundown. If you really want to go in depth, I suggest going back to that video. It's the first episode. So my symptoms were, I was constipated, I was throwing up, I didn't have a period for a couple months, but that was due to my birth control as well. So that's one of the symptoms, but again, it could have been affected by my birth control. And then I had a bump, which was noticeable through my skin. You could see it, and there was sharp shooting pain. So I didn't get that bump till the very end, like the last 2 months, and that's when I decided that if that bump doesn't go away, then I need to go see my OBGYN, because at first, for the first 2 months, I thought it was an ovarian cyst, because I do have those. So I was like, oh, you know what, if my period comes, it'll go away. Well, my period never came, so the last month I started to get that sharp shooting pain where that bump was, to where I would literally like double over, and it hurt, but it'd be like 5 seconds and then it'd go away. So I was sent to the ER 3 times. Well, I went to the ER 3 times because I was constipated and throwing up, and they kept telling me, oh, you're just constipated, you're fine, take laxatives, nothing's wrong. Well, the last time that's when the bump was there, and they're like, oh, it's a cyst or it's a teratoma, which is a non-cancerous tumor. So that Monday, I called my OBGYN, basically was like, I'm getting married in 39 days. If this is this and I need surgery, can we do that within the next week or 2? So she actually got me in that night, and then when she opened me up, that's when she found out that it was cancer. It was not a cyst or a teratoma. She was pretty damn sure it was ovarian, but I had to go see an oncologist, and they had to do a biopsy, and it was ovarian. So those were my symptoms, but the one thing is, ovarian cancer, It is very, very, very hard to detect it early. When people find it, it's usually stage 3. And the reason that is because there's really, like a pap smear. I got a pap smear every single year and they always came back clean. And somebody asked, did you get yearlies and how come you didn't catch this early? Pap smear is in your cervix, so they can detect cervical cancer. That's not what I have. I have ovarian, and they can't tell that. I believe there's a test out there that will test for ovarian cancer, but most insurances don't cover it. I believe that's what I was told. And the reason they never thought it was cancer for me is because I am only 23, and it's extremely, extremely rare to find it in people my age. Usually it's 40 and up. So that's that. And then a lot of people, the ovarian cancer symptoms are almost the same as IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. So it can get kind of tricky. So that's basically it. But if you want more in depth, go check out my first episode of The Fight, episode 1. It breaks it down even more. So there you go. Next question is from Melbiisa. I think I said that right. If I didn't and butchered it, I'm completely sorry. Please forgive me. Where can we contribute to your treatment? I'd love to send you some monetary assistance. Well, I truly appreciate that. We do have a fundraising page where you can also get Shy Strong gear, the Shy Strong logo right there, which is shirts and bracelets. If you don't want to buy anything, you can also do donations. I always have that in the description box below. Don't feel obligated. You don't have to donate. You can leave well wishes. Just everything's appreciated. So that's where you can find that. This one's from Oh Hey Edna. How does your faith stay so strong through a situation like this? Sometimes I can't keep my faith strong through small trials. You're so motivating. Well, thank you. So how do I keep my faith so strong? Trust me, in the beginning it was very hard. I kept asking, why me, why me? But then I realized that God didn't do this to me. This is something that He has no control over, but what He does have control over is giving me strength and always being by my side and healing me. And I also believe that, like I said earlier, I really truly believe that God is using my story and using myself to reach out to people in this world and help motivate and inspire other people, especially if you're going through something like this or even if you're going through small trials. And I also truly believe He's using me to get His word out and His message out, just so everybody knows that whether you believe or you don't believe, God is always there for you. He will never leave you, and if you just have faith in Him, He'll have faith in you, and you'll be able to get through anything. So that's how I keep my faith pretty strong, because I know He's always there. I always say my prayers in the morning, say them at night. I have a daily devotional that I read out of, and each morning I feel like I get closer and closer to God, and I go to church on Sundays, and that definitely helps. So I truly believe He's using me for a better purpose, and that's what gets me through the day, and that's what keeps my faith so strong, because I truly believe He chose me for a reason, and He gives me a strength every morning to help you guys and help myself and help my family and friends around me. So that's how I keep my faith so strong. It does get tough, but just know that you can make it through it. Just keep having faith and just know that He's there with you. This one's from Maria_Curro. I believe that's how you say it. Hello, Q&A. What do you think about the new you with cancer? Are you stronger now? Are you a better person? Kiss from Italy. You are amazing. Thank you. So, what do I think about the new me with cancer? Am I stronger? I'm definitely a lot stronger, and I like the person I am. I've always liked who I am, and I've always been a strong person, but through this, I definitely became stronger, and I don't stress about little things anymore like I used to. I do have anxiety pretty bad, so I would literally stress out over the littlest things and would just get I've learned to not let that stuff stress me out. So I definitely have gotten stronger, and like I said before, I really truly believe that God has given me the strength to do this, and I really feel that He gives me His strength every single morning. And am I a better person? I believe I am a better person. I look at life completely differently. I value life a lot more. I value my family, my friends, my friendships, and just you guys a lot more too. So I like who I've become, and I know it's just going to continue to get better and better. Okay, I'm totally going to butcher this, so I'm sorry. Arnie Combrick? Sorry, butchered it. Firstly, I want to say that you're beautiful. Thank you. Secondly, my question, will you go back to bodybuilding after you kick cancer's ass? Of course I'm going to go back to bodybuilding. Hopefully I get cleared very soon to get back in the gym, whether it's lifting 5 pounds or just walking on the treadmill. I don't care, but after I'm really cleared to start working out, I will. And then after cancer, I definitely plan on doing more competitions and just continuing to build my body, because obviously I don't like where it's at now, but I love myself and I love my body, because I truly believe that if my body wasn't where it was when I first began, I truly believe I'd be a lot weaker than I am now. So definitely bodybuilding has saved me, because I mean, I'm tiny now. I lost 25 pounds, so imagine if I didn't have that muscle or that fat or anything, what my body would look like now. So I'm definitely grateful for that. But to answer your question, yes, I'm always going to bodybuild. So from V Baptista 2, praying for you, thank you. My question is, was your doctor able to save your eggs? Continue to fight strong and always keep that smile. I will. Unfortunately, no, they weren't able to save any of my eggs. The plan was to try to save an ovary, but then I found out that the chances of the cancer coming back were a lot higher, so I just told my doctor to take the ovaries out. So I'll break it down, I had a full hysterectomy, I had my appendix taken out, I had my spleen taken out, I had part of my colon taken out, that's why I have the colonoscopy bag for 3 months, and then part of my bladder, there was a little on my bladder, so they had to cut that out. I had a catheter for 10 days, sewed it back up, I'm not on the catheter anymore, and they weren't able to save my eggs because the cancer was on both ovaries, which therefore put it on both the eggs. So no, they weren't able to save them. But I know I'll be able to have a kid one day, whether it's adoption or egg donor and surrogate, so I will have a child. So from Little Teeny 1211, my question for you is, were you able to see your lump? Yes, you could see it, especially when I first got it, you could see it, and then when I started to lose weight, you could really see it, and the fact that it grew. I had a huge lump, so I ended up having 5 tumors actually in me, but the one you could see when they went in there, it was actually the size of a volleyball, or a beach ball, not a cantaloupe. And somebody had the question to, why couldn't you see that lump before? How is that scientifically possible? Well, a female anatomy, their pelvis is like a bowl. My beach ball tumor was in that bowl and overflowing, which was pushing against all my organs and pushing through my skin, is why you could see it. So yes, you could see it and you could feel it. So from Canoculture period 408, our question, have you ever thought about using CBD to combat cancer? Florida is medical and we have a product that will help you. So I know Florida is medical. I'm not in Florida anymore. I'm in Seattle, which is also legalized marijuana. And to answer your question, I am using the Rick Simpson oil. I do that every single morning, and that has been proven to cure cancer. My dad's friend was given 6 months to live, and he started taking the Rick Simpson oil, and he's cancer free. And I've heard a lot of other stories, so to answer all those questions about that, yes, I am doing that. And to answer another question, no, I'm not going vegan. No, I am not eating an apricot seed and doing raw veggies. For one, I like meat, and for two, I can't have raw veggies or seeds or any type of thing like that because of my bag. I have to be careful of what I eat, so yes, my diet has changed, but I'm not doing apricot seeds or raw vegan veggies and stuff. If you're vegan, nothing personal, that's just not the way I want to live. I like my meat, and I appreciate you guys informing me about that, but I am doing a different form with my cancer, which is the Rick Simpson oil. From Annie _. I've heard that chemo can leave a funny taste in your mouth. What treats do you like to get rid of that taste? Chemo never left a funny taste in my mouth. What left a funny taste in my mouth was the sterile solution they put in my port before they did everything. So I've never personally had that, the funny taste, but what treats do I like? After my surgery and everything, I really craved Reese's peanut butter cups, so those and guacamole. I've been loving guacamole and chips, and it's the guacamole where it's just basically avocado, lemon juice, and salt. There's no veggies or anything in that because I can't have that, like I said, but those are the two things that I have been craving really bad. Oh, this is my girl Kayla. Her name's Kayla Hancock, and she goes, my question would be, how does it feel to have over 150,000 people know and support your journey? You've touched the lives of so many. How does that make you feel? So it's absolutely insane that my account is to 170,000 people or more. I don't even know the number anymore because it's just something new every day that it blows my mind, and it makes me feel so good and makes me emotional because all the kindness that you guys have left on my page and all the support and everything just means so much to me, and all the prayers and all the well wishes. You guys have no idea how much that makes me feel, but I feel honored that I'm able to share my story with so many people and touch so many people's lives, that it makes me feel like I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing. And it's gonna sound weird, but at the end of the day, I feel blessed to have cancer because I'm able to get my story out, and I get to help people and inspire people and show people that with a positive mindset, a big smile, and faith, you can get through anything. So it makes me feel great. So just thank you for your continuous support, and I love you guys. From Angie DB14. Keep fighting, beautiful. Thank you. You got this. Thank you again. Question: what are some of your plans after you beat the crap out of cancer? So one plan is to definitely figure out where Caleb and I are living. We aren't sure if we're going to go back to Florida, if we're going to stay in Washington, if we're going to go to Arizona. We have no idea. But what we really want to do is, I think we're going to take, because we never got a honeymoon, I think we're going to go to Bora Bora or Australia. We're not sure yet, or maybe the Bahamas. So we're going to take a nice long vacation to celebrate me being in remission and to celebrate our marriage and our honeymoon. And then definitely compete in competitions, and then talk to my husband and decide when we want to have a child, whether we adopt or do an egg donor or surrogate. So that's our big plan, is to go on vacation, continue to be in the fitness world, and start a family. And maybe write a book. We'll see. Exo Alicia, I hope I said that right. If I didn't, again, I'm sorry. Was it a struggle to cut your hair, or were you in the mindset of it's just hair? So at first I was freaking out when they told me I could lose my hair from chemo, because my wedding was so close to when my hair was supposed to fall out, and I grew my hair out for a reason, so I could have long hair for the wedding, so we could put it up and do so many different things with it. So I was really nervous about that, but fortunately for me, my hair did not start falling out till literally the day after the wedding. Little strands started to come out, and then one day I just sat there and scratched my head, and a huge chunk of hair came out. And at that point I said, screw this, I don't want to wake up with hair on my pillow. Let's just go shave it. So it was hard because, I mean, it's hair, and that's what one of the things that made me feel pretty was my hair. And I was nervous because I didn't know the shape of my head, and then I have the mole on my head. But once it was shaved and I realized my head was perfectly round, which was weird, I was like, holy crap, that would be my luck. My head was perfectly round. Cool. And then once I got used to my mole, I didn't really care anymore. I actually enjoy kind of being bald because it doesn't take me that long to get ready. So at first I had a hard time, but then, like, at first, and then when they were cutting it, it was hard, but then once I saw myself, I was just like, it's just hair, it'll grow back. So 50-50. From Shetty06, what would you advise others just going through chemo? So it's not scary. The first day of chemo, I cried because I had no idea what to expect. I thought it was going to hurt. I just had no idea. I didn't realize that they would just stick a needle in my port, and my port is like an IV, and it just goes through there. I had no idea what to expect. But it's not scary, I promise. And from my experience, I didn't get sick. I know people react differently, but when you're at chemo, bring snacks. Sometimes they'll have drinks there for you, but bring snacks, bring drinks, bring a book, bring your computer, bring anything, bring your headphones, because it is long. Sometimes they'll have TVs so you can watch TVs. Unfortunately, I don't get a TV in Washington when I get chemo, but in Florida I had a TV. But yeah, so some chemo sessions are 2 hours, some are 6. It just all depends what you're getting treated for, but bring stuff to entertain yourself. That's what I advise, and bring snacks. The last question is from Jennifer_Shepherd. My question, do you think diet and exercise can help diminish the effects of cancer, or have you noticed any changes in your diet that seem to help with side effects of chemo and radiation? So I don't get radiation because everything was in my abdomen and it's really close to my intestines, and that can ruin my intestines, so they didn't do radiation. But do you think diet and exercise can help diminish the effects of cancer? I believe it can. Exercise is always the best thing because you get active and your body starts to move and everything. Diet, yes, you want to eat healthy, but I'm not going to sit here and say that I eat healthy all the time. I mean, every once in a while I crave a Mountain Dew and some Reese's peanut butter cups, so I want to have that because I'm trying to gain weight back. But I do believe that me being healthy and fit before cancer has helped me now. So it's helped me like with my recovery process. It's helped me, even though I've lost all my muscle, I know I'll be able to gain it back more or like quicker. Okay, sorry, my camera shut down. But like I said, I believe that being healthy and fit before cancer has helped me now because my muscle will grow back a lot quicker. I have more energy and I'm also just young and healthy, so I know that has my advantage. So for me, diet and exercise has helped. And just being able to walk now, because I'm supposed to walk a mile a day, I feel a lot stronger. But right now I'm on a strict diet, but I'm also not on a strict diet. There's a lot of things I can't eat, but a lot of things I can eat are healthy. And then every once in a while, like I said, I'll have Reese's peanut butter cup, Mountain Dew, maybe a Sobe, because I need to gain weight, so fatty food does help. So I hope that answered your questions, and if I didn't get to your questions, I'm sorry. There's just so many of them. I picked the most popular questions that were the most redundant. So yeah, thank you all for your support. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And again, that video that I watched will be linked below, and my fundraiser page will be linked down below. And I'll probably link the first episode of this so you guys can see my symptoms. So I'll see you in the next video, and just continue to pray for me, please, and fingers crossed that my lymph nodes have gotten smaller. Hear my voice this time.